So we have some set of topics which has to be discussed. So let me go one by one, because the very basic is connecting to multiple data sources. Because you know how to connect with Excel and how to connect with a text file. So let us see how to connect with the Gmail, like G Drive or OneDrive. Okay, so let's see that. See, for that your data should be there in where you are trying to fetch it. Okay, so that is what the thing. So I'm going to open. I i i feel you can see the screen, right? Tableau. Yeah. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it'll be great for me. Thank you, thank you. See, even if I'm going fast, or if you want any doubt, if you have any doubt, please stop and ask immediately so that I can help you out. Okay, so you can see here connect data. Okay, click here connect data, and you have to click more. Okay, if you go more, you can see various option over here. Okay, so I have G Drive, that is Google Drive connection. So every connections are same. The thing is, like, you need your username and the password, proper username and the password to be connected. If you are connecting to your server, okay, since I'm not having the company server, I'm using the standalone Tableau, so I couldn't connect with any server. If you have Azure server or Amazon server credentials, you can log in with that. But the only thing is, you need the username and the password. Okay, so I'm going to connect with the Google Drive. If you are confident that it is in the sheet, then you can connect with the Google Sheet. So I'm just going to simply click here Google Drive. Okay, once you click Google Drive, it will ask for the authentication. Okay, it will ask for the authentication. You can simply select which account you want to authenticate. Okay, so it will connect, and you have to press allow. Okay, because this is not one time sign in. Okay, whenever you are trying to access, Tableau will authenticate whenever you are trying to access. So now if you go to Tableau, it will fetch all the details. Okay, what are the details which can be accessed in your Google? Okay, which is possible with Google, sorry, which is possible with Tableau. Okay, whichever the sheets are possible, you can access to that you can find it. Okay, so here you can see that is the sheet which are related to the sheets, everything will be available. Okay, so if you want that sheet, you can click and import it. Okay, so you can see the connect option. Okay, here these are all attendance reports, so I just don't want to connect with this. Okay, so I'm going to connect with a random numbered map. This I have already sent it to you yesterday in the yesterday mail. If you didn't receive the mail, please check your junk folder. I request you all to please check your junk folder. Okay, so this random numbered map data, which is in a CSV format, I'm just going to click connect. So you can see that the data has been connected. Okay, so this is how you can connect. So you have various options in the connect. Okay, that is, simply if you click more, you can see various options to connect with the server. Okay, all these things, as I told, all these connection needs only, see, if it is a SQL database connection, then you need to give the username and the password. Okay, and the proper connector should be there, that is already will be provided by your company, so no worries about it. So for almost all the server, you need to authenticate it, and you need a proper link. If it is a link, you need a proper link. Okay, so we have connected with that. So let us see how to create a choropleth map. Okay, so before going to choropleth map, let's see what is choropleth map. So this is how the map will looks like. I hope you can see this. This is how a choropleth map will look like. Okay, so according to Wikipedia, it's like a thematic map. Okay, so few areas will be shaded. You can see that, you can see some few areas which are shaded or patterned in the proportion. Okay, this is used for statistical variable, that is, we can measure the statistical variable. Usually it is used to map the proper population density or per capita income, or like that, like sales. Okay, that is a profitable country, like that you can map accordingly. Okay, this is how a choropleth maps look like. Okay, let us try to bring this choropleth map somehow in our Tableau, because with this data I'm just going to show. Okay, so here we have imported the data. So I'm going to create a new worksheet here. Okay, so you can see the dimensions and the measurements here. So I'm just going to use the space, drag it to the column, and then you have to drag the rows and keep it on the, sorry, drag the row and keep it on the row. You can see some changes over here. So we are just going to change it to the square. Okay, like even if you change some sort of visualization, like these are the various visualizations you can see over here. Hope you have come across this in the previous basic session, basic visualization session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag the random to the color. So you can see here that here it is dragging the random to the color. And then you have one that we are just going to drag it over the size. You can see the size. And you have abbreviation, so I'm just dragging it over the label, so you can see the label. And you have the profit, that you can again drag it over the label. So here you can see that somehow the choropleth map is appearing here, where you can see how the it's based on the random, it is showing the high, that is if it is having the high profit, it's showing dark color. If it is if it is light, then it is showing some light color. Okay, so if you want to change the size for this, you can change it. Okay, and if you want to align it properly, then you can go here. Okay, and selected, you can change highlighted all. So other things, you if you want to do some changes, no, you can do it here. Okay, tooltip, where the tooltip should be appeared. And color, if you want to edit the colors, you can change the colors here. Okay, that is 5 step to colors, click apply, click OK. And if you want to make it show mark on labels, okay, so if you want to change some things, no, you can change it over here. It will overlap. And you can see here we have various options over here. Okay, so cell allow labels, overlap, label minimum value, maximum value. Okay, only minimum and maximum value will be labeled. So like that, any other changes. Okay, these are the basic changes. If you want to do, we can just do it. Or else if you want to change, you can change it. So this is the basic choropleth map which you can create it. Okay, if you adjust somewhere around, you can see how it is basically adjusting and how it is working. So this is how you can create a choropleth map. For that you need a proper data. Okay, like according to that we can create the choropleth map. Okay, so shall we proceed to the next one? That is another important concept in map is what web map services. Okay, so these two are the default uh, maps which we have. Okay, so for example, if I'm just dragging, okay, let us connect with another thing. Okay, 1 minute, I'm just going to connect with the r simple table, which is sample superstore. Okay, here if I just click and drag the location, that is in that location, if I click and drag the state, okay, you can see that it you have a default two types of map, which is this two. Okay, this is a recommended map, this is what the map, this is a symbol map, and this is a general map. Okay, so apart from this, you may feel like I need a different type of maps. Okay, like a different style of map. Okay, in that case you can connect with what web map services. Okay, we have web map services, which if you want to connect with map servers, you can go with web map services. Okay, it is like a standard protocol for requesting and receiving geographically referenced imagery. Okay, so you can do it. This is possible that like here we are using the 1.000, 1.1.0, or 1.1.1 standard. So why I am insisting this is, if anyone is planning to write the Tableau desktop exam, okay, certification exam, then definitely this might be a question. So that is why I'm just also highlighting this, that is it is using these standards. Okay, let's see how to connect with webmap servers. I have shared this link also with you. Okay, you can find this link. So you have to copy and paste this link. Okay, I'm just copying this link, have this link with you. Okay, and open the Open the Tableau, go to the map, and here you have various options. Like, so background maps, you have an option called add WMS, that is web map service servers map. Okay, click here. So it will ask for the URL. You can connect with the URL. Okay, and click OK. So it will take little time to fetch the map, and it will show you like this. Okay, so you can also find it online. Like, you can go and search for map styles or map standards, WMS standards, so it will show you various types of maps. Okay, this is not the default map you have. Why it is, where it is useful in the sense, see, if you don't want to use this default one, and if you want to show some different look or different appeal to your data, you can use this map. Okay, like I'm going to use this. Okay, the second one, see how this map looks like. Okay, I'm going to click here and go to add web map servers. Okay, click here, and it will again ask you for the link. Connect the link and click OK. It's very easy. Okay, so it will show you another set of map. Okay, so this is another type of map. In few thing notes, they will be asking some standard types of map we have to use. We cannot use any type of maps. They have some standard types. Okay, so in that case, you can use this web map services if you have the link. So this is a third link. I have sent you a mail. Please check your junk folder as well. If you couldn't find the link, find the mail. Okay, in that mail you have. Okay, I'm going to add the one more map here. That is a web map server here. Okay, it is still connecting actually. Okay, let's connect again. Okay, fine. Give the link. Click OK. So you can see. Okay, so this is the, like, in few organization, no, we have to follow some standard set of map, where this will be very very useful, so you can go and search it. Okay, so it cannot receive it, so which means that some problem with this server, that is this link. Okay, so let us leave this. That is a third link, I might miss something. So this is what the web service, that is web map services. Okay, any doubt in this? Shall I proceed? Any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, please do not hesitate to let me know, so that it will be easy for me to continue further. Okay, assuming that you know, you can understand, you are understanding this, I'm just proceeding further. Okay, so let us see more examples on visualizations. So the basic visualization we know. Okay, but before that we should understand. Okay, see, these are all the links. Okay, please, in between, give some response, so that I will know whether I am in the connection or not, because even I didn't know, like, whether I'm in the connection or not. Okay, so web map services are to connect with any web application. Okay, that is a map service. If you want to connect with this different map service, you can use the web map services. So here you can see that we have some servers link. Okay, I have shared with you through your mail. You can find it either in your junk box or else in your mail. Okay, just copy this link. Okay, let us open. I'm going to open a new workbook here. Let us connect with the sample superstore. Okay, or else here we can do it. Okay, see, I have just shared, connected with the state. And if you go to map, background maps, okay, click on the background maps and click add web map services. The third link didn't work. That is why I'm going. Okay, okay, so till third link you have been there, right? Yeah, third one didn't okay work. Great, great, great. Okay, sorry. So third one didn't work. I don't know what happened, because before I have tried it, now they might have stopped for the external access. So let us proceed with the types of various types of visualizations. Okay, So where we have to use the visualization and what type of chart we have to use, that is very very important. Okay, so if you want to show, already you might have known about this, but I just wanted to show you again. Okay, if you are going to depict the change over time, okay, then you have to use either the line chart or the slope chart or highlight tables. Okay, that is depicting over the time. If you want to show the correlation between two different variables, like two attributes, so you have to use either a heat map or the scatter plot, so you can find which is an outlier, which is properly correlated, like that. And next one is the magnitude chart. So this, if you can show it with a bar chart, so magnitude chart shows like what happens in the previous day, that is a previous quarter, and what is happening in the current quarter, or else you can compare with a few companies, your competitors. Okay, so that we call it as a magnitude chart. So sorry, magnitude, if you want to compare this magnitude, then you can use bar chart, packed bubble chart, and line chart. Okay, so if you want to show some deviation between any other chart, so you can go ahead with what, a bar chart or the bullet chart. Okay, so this is about distribution. Let we will also learn how to create a bin and how to create a distribution chart over here. So this is like distribution. How, for example, if you're looking at the population, okay, so what is the distribution among males and females, how many males are there, that is that male distribution. Between the ages, like between 0 to 10, how many males, like how many male kids are there, then between 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So this is what distribution. Okay, so this type of distribution can be depicted through the histogram, box plot, Pareto chart, and population pyramid. And if you want to do a ranking, that is top 10 top selling products in our company, or top that is products which are not at all properly sold, like bottom 10, like that, it's called as a ranking. Okay, for that also we can show the bar graph, and this we call it as a part of a whole. Okay, I'm just going fast because I hope you all know this basics, but anyhow I just wanted to give some highlight on this, that is why I'm going fast. If you have any doubt even in this, you can stop and ask me, because that is I can definitely help you out. Okay, this is like a part of a whole. Okay, so part of a whole means what you will be considering, for example, in your company, how much what is the expenses for production, what is the expenses for marketing, what is the expenses for sales. Okay, like within one part, that is within one whole, you will be finding the part. Okay, that is what part of a whole. So pie chart, you can create a pie chart, can create a tree map, area chart, and stack mark. Okay, and next one is like a spatial and flow diagram. So this we'll be often using to represent with the that is a map. Okay, like in this country how much sales, this country how much profit has happened, yeah, how which country is having the least profit. Okay, so that we can depict it with the map, which is very interesting over the map. And if you want to connect if you want to show the shortest path or the longest path to reach from one place to another place, then you'll be using the flow map. Okay, these are the various types of chart we have. So bullet chart is what, it's already available in our thing, that is if you go and click on the show me, you can definitely see the bullet chart. Okay, so I'm not going to very insist on this bullet chart because this is available there. Okay, so while I'll share this thing, you can easily know this, because hope you might have already known the basic charts. So next what I'm going to insist on is the motion charts. Okay, let us do the motion charts here. I'm going to connect with sample superstore. Okay, let's see the motion charts and how it's changing. So let's drag and drop. Motion chart means over the period how the changes are happening. Okay, I'm just dragging and dropping the year. Okay, we need the month. Okay, I'm just clicking here and changing it as a month. Okay, we have to change this as month. Next is we can drag and drop the one measures to the rows. Okay, we can use a sales or you can use a profit. It should be a measure. Okay, we have to drag and drop the measure to the rows. Okay, and the same thing which we have dragged here is what the month. Okay, so we are going to drag and drop the order date to the pages. Okay, pages, what it will be created, it will be created like a page. Okay, so let us drag and drop the page, and also we have to change it to the month. Okay, we are just changing it to the month. So once if you have changed this, you can see that you have to use the order date, same order date. See which dimension you have used it in the column, the same dimension you have to use in the page, and also the same dimension you have to use it in the filters. Okay, so order date, I'm going to drag and drop it, and I'm changing it to month, and I'm clicking here next. And you have to apply all these months. So I'm clicking all and click apply and click OK. Okay, so once you have added the filter, you can see in the right side, you can see that your page, once you have added the pages, you can see the changes in the right side. Got it? And in this automatic, we can see that in the marks card we have automatic. So I'm just going to change it to the circle. Okay, so if you want to change the size of the circle, you can change it. If you want only small size, you can change it. Okay, now we have to do the changes in the pages pane. Okay, so go to the pages pane. Now click, before that ensure that, I'm sorry, before that ensure your animation is on. Okay, go to format and click on the animations. I think you can see, go to format and click on the animations. You can see here, okay, it's on. So change the duration to 1 seconds or 2 seconds, so that you can see how it is moving through. Okay, so just make it on, and let us come back to this page. Okay, I'm going to click here show history. Okay, you have to click enable show history and click on the drop down. You can see various options here, you have to make it all. Okay, in this option you have to make it all. In the length it should be all, and in the show it should be marks. Okay, and here in the this here you can use both. Okay, show you can use both, or else you can also try with the marks and the trials as well. Okay, here you can see that we have changed a few things. I'll also again tell you like how we are changing these things. Okay, so once it is done, let us try to change this. See, it is showing. So if you want to add one more thing, if you want to add one more measures, you can add it. Okay, you can add the profit here as well. Fine, you can add the profit. So if you want to make the profit also to enable it, so to move in the sense, okay, so we can make it as a dual axis. Okay, make it as dual axis. Now you can see. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So it will move. So how, that is the, you can see in the right side that blue is the profit and orange is the sales. Okay, it is moving. So you can see that how the profit is and how the sales was, whether it is going high, it is going equal, or it is going low. Okay, so anyone wants to see it again, like what are the things which we are moving to the column and which we are moving to the row, and how these things are happening? Shall I explain again, or it's you're good to go? Anyone?
Time will help.
Sorry.
If you can just explain quickly one more time, it will help.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, thank you. I just wanted to ensure that whether you can understand. See, first thing what we have did is I have just dragged and dropped any dimension, like, because we'll be seeing the change over the period, right? So for that I'll be using order date. Okay, once you have moved any dimension over the column, that is if you have moved order date to the column, by default it will be year. Okay, so we have to change it over the month, because as someone is seeing your dashboard, they wish to see what was happened in the previous month and what is happening now, so we have to change it over the month. Okay, you can, if you want to show by sorry, if you want to show by a day or quarter, you can also do that. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, so I have dragged and dropped the measures to the column, sorry, dimensions to the column, and measures to the row. Okay, so sales, profit, usually we will not see the quantity. Okay, even if you want to show like what is the, how many quantities are there, you can show it. Some measures should be there in the rows. So which dimensions you have dragged it to the column, the same dimension you have to move it to the pages. I hope you all know what is a page card and what is a filter card, what is a mark card. If anyone have doubt in this, you can please let me know. I'll again tell you what is a page card will do, what is a filter card, and what is a mark card. Yes, any doubt in these three cards? Okay, assuming that you all know that these basics, so I'm just moving forward. You can just drag and drop the month, that is the dimension which you have used in the column, okay, to the same dimensions in the pages and same dimensions in the filters as well. Okay, so once you have dragged this, you can see that once you have dragged some dimension over the pages, you can see this properties of that. This is the property of the pages. Okay, you can just see the cursor where I'm moving. This is the property of the pages. Okay, so here it will be created, it will be generated. So what you have to do is you have to change this default type to circle. Okay, because you have to see single changes, right? So I am just changing the default size to the, sorry, default visualization to the circle. Okay, and once you have changed this, you can see the pages history. So enable the history because you want to see the past history, like how it is moving. If you didn't enable this, it will not work properly. Okay, you have to enable this, and then if you just click on the drop down, you can see it will be like selected by default, it will be selected. Okay, you have to change it to all. It will show all the history. That is what the meaning. Okay, and the length also all. So if you want to see the last five, then you have to enable, this is the last 5 months of the changes. Okay, or if you want to see the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, like that. If you want to see all the changes, then you have to click all simply. Okay, and then in the show, you can either go with the marks, so it will be moving only with the marks. Okay, only this will be there, only the circle will be there. Okay, if you click trials, so it will directly go there, it will not show every individual. If you want to see both marks and the trials, then you can go with the both. Okay, and the marks also you can change the color. Okay, how it has to go, it has to fade or not, how it should look like. So these are all the basic appearances. If you want to do, you can do it. Okay, and the trial, how it should be like a dashed line or the highlighted one. Okay, so like that you can just change the change the format as well. And once it is done, you have to simply click this play button. This here you can see, just see the cursor where I'm moving. Okay, you have to simply click this is like a play button. Okay, if you just click this, it will start. Okay, you can simply take over your mouse away, so it will show how it is moving. It's very simple. So initially we have did with only one measures. Okay, I have just added one more measure to it, that is a profit. You can see the two things how it is moving forward. Just see this. If you have doubt, you can ask me. Yes, am I connected?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Shall I proceed? Okay, I hope there is, yeah, there is no doubt here. So let's proceed with the funnel chart. Okay, let me see whether I have given funnel charts here. Okay, so let us proceed with the funnel chart. Okay, so funnel chart is like, I hope you might have seen funnel chart, how it looks like. It looks like a funnel. Okay, so I'll show you how to draw a normal funnel chart and the classic funnel chart. Okay, so for that, I'm just going to move the sales to the row section. Okay, and I'm going to move the region will be there inside the location to the color section. Okay, so now you can see that it's created like a bar graph. Now I'm going to move the sales to the size. Okay, based on the size, it will create. Okay, so we have to make it as properly in an ascending order or in a descending order. So if you make it as a descending order, you can see that some form of funnel has happened. So here you can see a standard view. Okay, this is the view. Okay, this is the basically your view. Why it is showing like this? 1 minute. Okay, this is the view. Okay, if you click here and click entire view, you can see a type of funnel chart here. Okay, so apart from this, if you want to make any changes, like for example, if you want to add the sales and that is on which country, based on the region or based on the country, if you want to share, if you want to make any changes, you can also do that. For example, you can drag and drop the sales, okay, to the label. You can see that it is showing the label. So what is the sales there? Okay, so if you want to see more into it, for example, if you can also drag and drop the region to the label. Okay, it will show the region, that is region wise sales. Okay, so this is how a basic funnel chart will look like. Okay, it's very simple. You have to just use the measure over the rows. I'm just again telling you, you have to drag a measure to the row. Okay, and then you have to use some that is any dimensions, a region or a country or a state, to the color card. Okay, card, you have to make it to the color card. So you will get some bar graph, so we have to change that bar graph. So you can move the same measure, or else a different measure is also fine, but you have to say move the same measure to the size. Okay, so it will arrange based on the size. So you have to make it descending. Okay, like a topmost highest sales to the lowest sales. So this is how a funnel look like. So it'll be very big in the top, and then small and very thin in the bottom. So you have to make it as descending, and then you have to change this view to the entire view. Okay, and if you want to add some more visualization over here, so if you want to add some more labels to it, you can label it, or else you can simply leave this. This is what the traditional funnel chart will look like. So any doubt till this? So this is the basic funnel chart. Okay, so if you want me to repeat again, I can repeat it.
One question.
Yeah.
On this, if I want to put percentage contribution for each of the region, how can
Mm-hmm.
I do that?
So this is simple. Like if you want to change the percentage to something else, you can change it. Here you have percent difference, percent of total.
No, in addition to what is there, absolute number plus percentage split.
Yeah, again you have to just drag and drop the sum of sales to the label, and then that you can change it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, so the thing is, like, you can add multiple values to the label. Okay, that is multiple measures, multiple dimensions to the label. That is possible. But for the color, I think we can add only one. Okay, and for size also you can add only one. Based on that only it will move. But for label you can add more. So even if you want more, like a profit, if you want to make it as a label, you can make it. Okay, how many measures you want, you can drag and drop to the label.
That's clear. Thank you.
Welcome, dear. Okay, any doubts? Shall I proceed with the another type of funnel chart here? Okay, assuming that you all are clear, so I'm just moving to the next type of chart, which is another different type of a funnel chart. Okay, so I'm going to use a different types of measures. Okay, so let us use shift mode. Okay, shift mode to the column. I'm just dragging and dropping the shift mode to the column, and profit to the rows. Okay, you can see something over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into, that is here you can see that you can swap the rows into columns and columns into rows. Okay, this is the icon. I hope you can see my cursor. Please watch my cursor, because assuming that you know these icons, I'm just going fast. Okay, so you have to, if you want to convert this columns to rows and rows to columns, means you have to click it here. Okay, it will be converted again. If you click here, it will be converted into the original form. Okay, now we have converted. Then we are going to make it as a descending order. Okay, so this is how it is created. Okay, and then in the marks type, you have to change this automatic to area. Okay, we have changed the automatic type to area, and we are changing the standard view to the entire view, so that it will look. So here you can see the half portion of the funnel. Okay, that is the left portion or the right portion. Okay, now let us create a calculated field, because since we need two sides for the funnel, right? So for the another side I want to create a calculated field here. Okay, I'm going to create a calculated field, which is I'm going to show like a negative profit. Okay, and for this, I hope you all know the basics of calculations. Yes, calculated fields, you all know how to create a calculated field. Anyone can please respond.
Yes.
Yes, great. So because since I have used profit to the column, right? So I have used the profit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the negative profit. Okay, if you simply click negative profit, you can see it is a negative profit. Once you got this result, that is the calculation is valid, you can click apply and click OK. You can see a negative profit is also here. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to drag and drop this negative profit before the sum of the profit. Okay, so a form of funnel chart is created. Likewise, you can just add the ship mode to the label, and profit to the label if you want, if you want the sales to the label. Okay, if you want anything you can add it like this. And if you want to change the color of one side, because you know this is one side, and if you want to feel like this is an another side, if you want to show the different colors, difference in the color, you can click here. If you want to change the color in the negative profit, then you can click here and change the color to a different color. Okay, you can just change it over here. See why it is showing a slow motion in the sense, because we have enabled the animation. Okay, that is why whenever we apply something it is showing like this. See, slowly it is changing to another color. Okay, if you want to do any changes in the positive profit, even that you have to select here and change the color. Sorry, this is the positive profit. If you want to change the color here, you can change it here. Okay, so these are some appealing thing which you want to if you want to add some more thing to it, you can add it properly. Okay, any doubts you can let me know, or else I can proceed. If you want to explain it again, it's fine, I can explain again.
Okay.
Yes, even no, if we create a calculated field, it will be there for every whole the workbook, right? Whole Tableau, that particular thing.
So we can't restrict it sheet wise.
mm, According to me, we cannot restrict it for based on the sheet wise. Like we cannot do it if you create a calculated field, no, it will be there for complete entire workbook, we cannot restrict it. Likewise, few things, no, it will carry on throughout the thing. If you want, no, if you want to disable as of now, you can just go and switch off the that is animation here. Simply click here off.
Okay.
Okay, so that will not be here, it will not enable for here.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah, thank you, Kalam. Okay, any other doubts? Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Yes, great. So we're going to see there is a combination chart. Combination chart means you can use various measures in the same chart and you can show how it looks like. Okay, so we are going to use a combination chart, where actually the combinations charts used is what. See, if you want to show the sum of profit as a bar graph, okay, and if you want to show the sum of sales as a line across it, okay, the bar graph and a line graph across it, you can use a combination chart. Okay, so combination chart shows the multiple levels of details in the single view. That is where we need the combination chart to show multiple usages. So now let us do the combination charts here. Okay, so here from the data pane, I'm just going to use the order date to the column, and here let us change it to the month. Okay, so let's change it to the month here. So it is changed to the month. So for this, for combination chart, we need one dimension and measures. Okay, so let us create sales. Sales is a measure where I'm just dragging it to the sales. And also the profit, I'm just dragging it to the rows. Okay, same. So in the profit, in the last one which we have added, so here if you click on the drop down, you can see dual axis. Okay, so click on the dual axis, you can see like this. So which one you want to change it to the bar graph, either sales or the profit. If you want to say the change the sales to the bar graph, in the mark card, click the sales card and change it to the bar graph. Okay, it's very simple. Like as you know, for measure we need at least one measures. Okay, so and we need we need at least one measure and one dimension. If you want to show the combination chart, you need one more measure to it, so to show how it works like. Okay, and apart from this, you can also click here and make it synchronize axis. Okay, it will be synchronized along with the axis, so how it is moving through. So this will be useful. See, if you have changed the, now here we have changed the sales to the bar graph. Okay, now let us see what happens if I change profit to the bar graph. See, if I change profit to the bar graph, so what happens here, it is showing like this. So in that case, if you go and synchronize here, it will show how it looks like. So it's already synchronized, right? Okay, so if you want, if you feel like there is some deviations or something, you can just use your synchronization. Even you can add some reference lines for better thing. So see here, I'm just adding some reference line to it to see what is the 60 percentage or 80 percentage of average. Okay, or a box plot to show something, or a line, so it will show that is what is an average of both sales and profit. You can add some more fields to it, like if you want another set of thing, you have to add that as well, like profit and discount, or sales and discount, or quantity and the sales. So you can add one more where another type of thing will be added to it. See here, if you just make it as a dual axis, so you can see two different combinations in the same chart, and you can see how it is working. So this we call it as a combination chart. Any doubt in this? Shall I proceed? Yes. Okay. Okay, so let's go and see how to create a word cloud. So I hope you all know what is a word cloud. Have you ever tried how to create a word cloud? So word cloud, yeah, sorry.
No.
No, okay, great. So word cloud is like, see, it will be completely a words, okay, but based on some measures, it will show which is a high, that is, which is having a high interest or which is having the low interest, okay. So let us see this. For this, we need some dimensions. We are just going to use the dimension. Okay, let us use subcategory. Subcategory to label. Okay, you can see that the subcategories are here. Okay, so I'm going to use the same subcategory to the size. Okay, so based on that, it will also create a size. Okay, and we have to right click on the size and click on the measures and make it as a count. Okay, you can see how many counts are there. Okay, how many times the binders are there, phone, storage, art, and everything. Okay, now we have to change this mark type to text. Okay, and if you want to give more colors to it, give drag and drop the same subcategory to the color, so you can see various colors.
Kumati, can
Yeah.
you add the filter region to column and, or main filter and try to change functionality wise? Now you can select any one of the region.
1 minute, show filter. We can select it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's changing.
Yeah, it's changing. I'm clicking.
Okay, it's slowly it's reflecting.
So let us
Okay,
change
then
it.
this data is in which format? It's like
Sorry.
each row.
Uh, can you please clarify some more better? Like, in which format? In the sense, which data you're asking?
The word text are all are there, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is obvious. Of course, it should be in a text format. That is subcategory. It is a text. Okay, completely. It is a dimension. Okay, if you want to see based on the country wise, then it should be the dimension. Okay, you can see, right? So how it is like, subcategory count, how it is looking like, you can see the changes. Okay, which one is highly in demand. Okay, you can see this. You can, if you click here, it will change. Okay, see, the thing is like, one trick is which one you want to know. For example, here I have used the subcategory, the same subcategory I have used it for the color, the same thing I have used it for the size, same thing I have used it for the text. Okay, whatever you are using, that you have to change it, and you have to change the marks card to text. Okay, and apart from that, as you said, whatever the filters you want to add, and whatever the pages you want to add, you can add and see how it looks like. Okay, apart from this region, if you want to see based on the country, even that will also work out here.
Yes, clear.
Thank you. Any doubt in this? So,
Yeah. So in the previous, can we
mm-hmm,
just so instead of selecting east, south, and west, right, on the right hand side, is it
mm-hmm.
possible to get it like a chart?
I couldn't get you.
Like, can we have it as an axis or division of columns? Can we have regions?
This also as a chart that we'll be doing in a dashboard. No, if you select something, that will be reflected here.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so that is possible in the dashboard. So here, if you want to add, no, we have to create it as a separate worksheet.
okay.
Yes, great. Any other doubts? Okay, shall I proceed to the next one? So these are all the often used charts in most of the companies. So they'll be using the animation chart. Okay, so in the dashboard, the animation chart will be there. So if you just play that, it will show how it moves on over the period. Okay, either throughout the quarter, or year, or the month, or something like that. So that is how the animation charts will be very useful, and the funnel chart is also useful for you, and the word cloud. Okay, this is another important one, that you can show which is high. So instead of telling, okay, binders are very popular in west. Okay, if you just simply click and see here, based on the size, they can easily understand how it is, which one is very appealing. Okay, so the next one is what, calculations. Okay, as you know the basics of calculation, so we have various types of calculations. Okay, so the one is like level of detail, so allows you to compute values of the data source level. Okay, that is a common thing. LOD, we will call it as an LOD, that is a granularity. So they can be performed either using include, exclude, and fix it. Okay, include means you have to include some granular level to it. For example, if you want to see, we'll see with the scenario. Okay, you can use include for more granular level, you can use exclude for less granular level, and you can use fix it for entirely independent level. Okay, let us see. Like, fix it in the sense what, we can have a finer quasar, or even the same level of detail than view. Okay, so see here, this is your thing scenario. Let's say we wanted to build a view that showed as each city's performance, and also highlighted which state had the top performing city. Okay, this is very fixed, right? So each city's performance, and which state has the top performing city. You may ask that this, why can't this be done with the aggregate? Okay, aggregate, we cannot do it very effectively without these LOD. Okay, there is a fixed LOD. You can add one more aggregation, and one more clarity to the data. Okay, so this is how you have to write the expression, that is evaluation, in your calculated field. Okay, so you'll be creating that fixed state, country. Okay, so what happens here, for each state and country, this is how it will work, how the calculation will be like. For each state and country, what is the sum of the sales? Okay, in the common aggregation you can find state wise sales or country wise sales, that is possible. So here, for each state in the country, what is the sum of the sales can be possible with the fixed level of calculation. Okay, so here you have to use what, you have to use the curl, you can see here, this is a flower bracket or the curly brace. Okay, so this is where we will be starting the fixed, and you have to pass whatever, that is based on what granular level you have to write it. Okay, state wise, that is region wise, state wise, country, in the sense you can add region comma state comma country. Okay, and sum of sales. Got it? Any doubt in this? See, this is fixed level and how you can find very effectively. So let's see the next type of calculation, that is second part of the calculation, would allows us to find, this is also the fixed calculation. Okay, so in the fixed calculation you can also use the conditions, like if condition or any other condition, if you want to include, that is also possible in the fixed calculations. Okay, can you see here? See, look at the expression which we have used. Okay, that is, find the top performing city, state in the city, top performing state in the city. Okay, the city's sum of sales is the same as the top performing state in the country, then label it as the maximum. Yes, can you understand? So you can also find that is, you can also use any condition over there to use the this level of calculation. Okay, I'll give you an overview like how it works, and then I'll just tell you how it proceeds. Okay, then include, you should know where we are using it. Okay, you should know where we are using it and how it is used. So include expression is for the calculation a higher level of detail without changing your view. For example, an average, which region has the best performing cities in the sales on average. Okay, on average, which region has best performing city in sales. Okay, here we have two levels of details required, that is region and the city. Okay, so see here, this is what the include statement works. Okay, average is what, here you can see that this is what, this is our aggregation. Okay, average is the aggregation which we have used it. Okay, and then inside that we are including what, we are including the city. Okay, include city and maximum sales. So there we are doing two aggregation here. So which will evaluate first? See, this will evaluate first, maximum sales will be evaluated first. Okay, which will evaluate first, maximum sales will be evaluated. So what happens here? First, maximum sales will be evaluated. That will be for each city, the maximum sale will be evaluated, and for that, the average value will be given as an output. So, like this, we have to do, and we can see how it works. We have to create a separate calculated field for this, that using an include or fixed or whatever we are trying to do, for that it will work. Okay, this is how the default level of detail. So what is the difference, you ask? No, this will, how like this your output will be. Okay, if you are using a default level of detail, that is LOD, we will call it as an LOD, default level of details, you can create average sales. Okay, so you can see that average sales by order ID or average sales by state. Okay, average sales by country, so that is possible. So it will give you, if it is average sales by order ID, for every order it will show you what is the average sales. Okay, so if it is average sales, if it is a sum of sales by state, it will show you what is the sum of sales by state. But if it is include, if you have used the include statement, see how it is working. Okay, how you are getting the results, see, based on, see here the include function, average include customer name, that is, it will find the sales, sum of sales based on the customer, and it will also show the average sales of that. Okay, so next is the exclude function. On the word itself, you can find that the exclude function allows you to calculate a coarser granularity than the dimension in your view. That is, see, if you are using the exclude, okay, this would be calculating how each year sales for in a segment compares to the overall sales in the each segment. Okay, you are excluding the order date, but you are finding the sum of sales excluding the order date. Okay, exclude means it will not be used for that. Without that, other things will be calculated and you can find the sum of sales like that. Okay, so this is how your exclude, include and fixed level of calculation will be working. So let's see calculation, one type of calculation here. So let us create a calculated field where can name it as sales by region. Okay, and here if I type fixed, okay, if I use fix, it is showing fixed. Okay, and fixed on what? So fixed region, I'm using sum of sales. You can use sum or average or anything. Okay, and finally we have to close the flap bracket, region sum of sales. If you want to add some more thing, you can also add it. Okay, region, state, okay, that is also fine. So once it's done, clicking okay, the sum of sales, like, yeah, sales by region is here. So I'm dragging region, where is the region, region to rows and state to rows and region to color. So these are all your thing, like how you have to show it, you can show it. And sales by region, this is what the calculated field which we have created to the text. Okay, you can see here it's showing like this. So if you want to edit it, like if you want to change the region uh by rows, sorry, sales by region to some other thing, okay, you can simply edit it, region, and you can use comma state. Okay, apply and click okay. Okay, you can see region state wise thing. Yes, see the calculation, it's a simple, you have added the calculation here. Okay, sales by region, you can go here and edit, see how it is. Am I connected? Yes, so here let us try to add something. Okay, okay, fine. So since it is a sum will give you the that is whole number, and in that it is not accepting the floating point. So if it is a floating point, then we have to use the floating point as well. Okay, so this is for fixed. Okay, you can find various granularity. So if you want to add some more thing like a country, so that is also possible with here. So you can use a country as well. Click okay, whether it is applied. Okay, okay, country is also a base of region, right? So it is not anything. Okay, country, region, or region, everything is fine. So we have used region, state. Okay, if you want to add city, that is fine. Okay, so it's all depends on the data which you are using. So this is simply we have seen like how to use the fixed LOD in your thing. Okay, likewise you can also do the include. Okay, so we can also perform include calculation. So simply we have to create the include calculation here, so which will include state wise sale. Okay, just give include. Okay, include is a function, it will automatically show like this. So if you want to include state, okay, so simply give sum of sales. Okay, and close the flower bracket. So if you want to include some more thing like a region, so if you want to add some more, you can add it likewise how I have did the previous one. So you can add here. I'm just going to use the category to the columns and include state-wise sales to the rows. So here by default it will be sum. If you want to change it to average, like as you know, like how to change it, you can go and change it to the average or sum or anything if you want. Okay, so this is state wise. So if you want to add some more granularity to it, like how we see here, so this is like you can see that here we have used include average. If you want to add one more granularity to that, you can add average here. So this is what, this is state wise sales, right? Okay, so here you can click edit, and before that you can use average, and you have to delete, you have to open the parentheses here. Okay, apply, apply. Okay, it's already average, so it is showing the error. Now if you go on, okay, it is an average thing, it is showing fine. So like this you can create um the LOD. So usually you will be doing whatever the functions which are available in the calculation field, like calculated field, right? So if you click here, you can see various calculations over here, to the numbers or the string or spatial or table calculations. So these are all the default thing which is available for you. Apart from that, you can also use fixed. Okay, fixed, include, exclude. So based on the granularity level, how you have to use, you can use these things. Okay, so the default, by default, the aggregation, you can do only one level of aggregation, like you can use either average, okay, or you can use either sum or count, like that. So if you use these things, you can do some more level of granularity. So that is the concept of this. Okay, shall I proceed? Do you have any doubt in this? So see, these things you will get to know, you will understand only if you work with your real time data. See, since I cannot ask for your data because it will be very very secure and very very confidential. So whichever is possible with this my side, I'm just showing that you can relate that. That is why while whenever I'm explaining, I'm also telling which one to be placed in the column, like a dimension should be in the column and measures should be in the row. Likewise I'm telling because that you can relate with your data as well. Yes, any sort of doubts do you have? Shall I proceed with the predictive analytics? Yeah, thank you. So let us see how to do a predictive analytics, how to see a general analytics which is available already in Tableau first. Okay, so for that I'm going to use the order date. Also I need the quarter. If you want, you can also use that. That is dimensions to the columns and any measures to the rows. Okay, here you can see that a line graph has been created. So for the default availability of the analytics, that is the predictive analytics which is available, is what you have to click on this analytics pane. So have you ever used these analytics pane completely? Any Can you tell me like whether you have used this analytics pane before? Okay, no problem. Okay, so let me tell you first the forecast and then we'll proceed with the other things. Okay, so see, you have an option in the model called forecast. Okay, just drag and drop the forecast over here. You can see that what you can see what is the sales you can expect in the 2021, because in our sample superstore data we have the data only for the third quarter. Okay, the fourth quarter hasn't been updated yet, so it is showing what sales you can expect in the 2021 second, that is a fourth quarter, and what sales you can expect in the 2022 year, like quarter wise you can see. Can you see here, this is the first quarter where you can see the sales amount. Okay, this is the second quarter, what is the sales you can see, third quarter and the fourth quarter. Just look at this. See, simply I have used the forecast. Okay, forecast is an option, it's used to forecast based on your previous data. So how it is forecasting is because based on the previous data you have, that is 2018, how it goes on, and 2019, 2020, and till 2021 data, that is what so far what are the data which it has. Based on that it is finding that this is the possible this is the possible sales which we can expect it. Okay, so what I did for this is what simple, I've just drag and drop any column. So usually we have to forecast what is the expected sales, what is the expected profit, what is the expected we can also, if we have the attribute like loss, okay, like previously we had these losses, so what might we can expect it in the next quarter. So accordingly we can be prepared, right? You may ask what is the purpose of viewing the loss, but based on that we can be very aware, and we can just do some measures for the loss to avoid the loss. Okay, so that is where we have that is we can forecast that as well. Okay, so this is based on the previous data. Okay, so if you want to see any doubt till this, you first tell me and then I'll proceed. Yes, yes, please, even if you understand this, please let me know, because I need, yeah, thank you. So this is for next data. You may have a doubt like, see, if I want to forecast for next 3 years, like 2022, 2023, and 2024, so how can I do that? You can do that, go to the analysis tab. Okay, just see what I'm doing, go to the analysis tab. Here you have the forecast option. So here you can see forecast option here. Okay, click on the forecast option, you can see various options here. Okay, so here what you have to do is you have to click exactly how many years you want to see. Okay, exactly, if you want to see for 2 years you can see for 2021, I think you can see the changes which is reflecting over here, right? 2022 and 2023. If you want to see for the next 3 years, next 4 years, next 5 years, if you want to see only for the quarters, okay, next to 4 quarters or next to 5 quarters. Okay, so if you want to see based on the quarters you can see, because we have only year and quarter dimensions in the columns. Okay, if you want to add some more thing, for example, if we have added some more thing here is a month, okay, even for that we can forecast what happens in the month. Okay, what we can forecast in the month even. Fine, if you don't want this we can simply remove. We can also find for the profit. Okay, you can simply drag and drop the profit over here. You can see what is the profit, what forecast will be there for the profit. Okay, so this is one thing. Fine. So let's go and proceed with the analysis tab. Go to the forecast and forecast option. This is exactly okay. This is until which year you want. Okay, until 2 years, until 3 years, something like that. Okay, and the source data aggregated by on what quarters, year quarters, month quarters, week quarters, month or days. Okay, because we haven't included any date, so it is not showing no forecast. Okay, we have included only year and the quarter, so for year and quarter it can show it. Okay, and ignore last 1 quarters, last 2 quarters, last 3 quarters, that we can do, it will ignore these things. Okay, so 99% we will be doing pre-processing. I hope you all know what is pre-processing, how to deal with the data before visualizing how your data should be. Okay, that is what we have discussed in the previous session with the Tableau prep builder. Okay, we have to pre-process the data before visualizing it, because it may show some wrong result for us. Okay, so the pre-processing will be done. In some cases we may have some missing values. If you want to fill the missing values with zeros, you can select here that it will replace the missing values with 0. Okay, it will, what it will do, it will replace the missing values in 0. Okay, so if you don't want this, you can simply select it. If you want to see the forecast model, okay, it's automatic. So by default built in, they have used some algorithm to forecast this. That is what automatic. So if you want to change it, you can make it automatic without seasonality. Or if you want to customize this, okay, trend like additive trend and season, additive season, like that. If you want to change something new, you can change it, multiplicative and additive. Okay, by default they may have some default forecast, so I will suggest go with the automatic forecasting. Okay, because for that you will get a better result over here. Okay, and the next one is prediction interval. Okay, if you want to show the prediction interval, it will show. Okay, this is what the intervals, you can see if I unselect it, the interval is changing somewhere. Okay, this is what the changes. Okay, so if you want to change this to some other value like 90% interval, 99% interval, or 95% intervals, like it is based on the previous quarters, it is fetching out these intervals. Okay, so if you want to change these things, you can also do this by this. Okay, so by default it will be like 95% intervals.
Please proceed.
Yes. Okay, so this will be like a simple forecasting. Okay, apart from this, I'm undoing it. Okay, so because I want to show some more analytics here. So analytics pane is very very important in all the Tableau, whatever the visualizations you're doing, you can use this analytics. Okay, I'm just removing it. I am also undoing the forecast. Okay, let us go with a new one so that it will not be get missed. Okay, so I'm using the order date, and let's have the quarter. Okay, quarter, order date, and the sales. Fine, so that we will get some more thing. So go to the analytics pane in the left side, you can see the analytics pane. Okay, so you have various options. That is a constant line, so click and drag the constant line, it will show that where, what is the constant level of sales which we are still producing. Okay, like 68,852. If it is a dollar, it's a dollar. If it is a rupee, it's a rupee. Okay, so if you want to change the value, you can change it here. Here it was showing, it is showing that if you want to change anything to any other number, you can change it over here. So for example, instead of 68, if you want to 70, then you can change it, it will show it's 70. Okay, so if you want to set the value, click here. So simply click here and click the set value and change it to 100. Okay, okay, 100 means it's not 1,000, right? 100k, so it is going down. Okay, simply you can set the value here. Fine, this is what the constant line, if you want to draw a constant line to your visualization, you can draw it. Okay, next is the average line. For average line, you have three options. One is table, based on pane, and based on cell. Okay, let us do it first for table. See, it will create an average line for the complete table. Can you see here? It is creating an average line for the complete table. Okay, so if you are just okay, I'm just undoing this. If you are pasting the average line to the pane, see how it is for every pane. Okay, for every year it is drawing an average line. Okay, I'm just going little fast because we have to cover some more topics. If you are not getting the point, please let me know. I'll again repeat that particular point again. Okay, so I'm doing average line to the cell, so it is showing for every individual cell what is the average line. Okay, so this is about average line. Next is median with quartiles. Okay, same thing, table, pane and cell. Okay, I'm just going to show only for the table for the upcoming models, so please don't misunderstand. If you want me to show you for everything, I can show. Okay, this is for median. So if you want to edit any value, no, simply click on that line. You will see some edit option. You can change the median if you want. If you want to format it, you can also format it. So if you want to change the line here, you can click here line. Okay, it will be changed. If you want to change the thickness of the line, okay, if you want to change the color of the line, completely everything can be done with that. Simply click on that, and if you want to remove it, you can simply click and remove it. Okay, if you want to remove the line. Okay, this is for lines. Okay, so sorry, I have undone very fast. Let us do it. So next is what we can see, median with quartiles we have discussed. The next is a total. Okay, totals. This will be this will work perfect if we have the table like structure. Okay, we will do the total later, so let us do the next one. See, the total, it is showing like this. If you click on here, you can see what is the total here, but it will be very good if we are using what a different set of table like structure. Okay, we will see that. Next is average with 95% confidence interval. CI means confidence interval. Okay, you can simply paste it on a table. You can see what is a confidence interval. Okay, confidence interval, I hope you all know the measures confidence interval. We'll be using it for almost telling this, until this average we can expect the sales. Okay, that is what the overall understanding of the confidence interval. Okay, so this is confidence line. Yes, so next is median with 95 percentage confidence interval. That is average, this is median. So based on where you have to use, you have to decide it. Okay, based on where we have to use, you can decide it. So next is trend line. Okay, trend line, this is also another set of what to say, like drawing some curve and finding some proper trend line. So see here, if you drag and drop the trend line, you can see various options like linear, exponential and polynomial. If you click on linear, you can see how it is changing over the period with the trends. Okay, like this is what the trend line, you can click here, and you can see what is the sales. Okay, that is how the trend line is calculated. Okay, sales into quarter of order date plus the value. Okay, this is r squared value and this is the p value. Okay, so if I start explaining about r square and p value, it will get another one complete session. So I'm just telling you, this is the r squared value and this is the p value. Okay, here you can see how the trend line has been created. Okay, if you want to see the trend line with exponential, that also you can see any one trend line will be applied. Okay, not everything will be applied, any one you can try. Okay, so this is the trend line. We have discussed about the forecast already, and this is the cluster. Okay, it will cluster, see, based on the thing, it will cluster where you can use it. Okay, clustering means what? Grouping the data in based on some features. Okay, even cluster, I'll show it with a different set of data. Cluster and totals, I'll show with a different set of data. Okay, let's proceed with, sorry, let's proceed with the reference line. See, reference line, it will also add the that is average line. See, it is showing by default, it is showing sum of sales with average. Okay, you can see here and change. See, if you want to change it here based on the profit bin size or top customers, you can change. it will show the parameters. And here if you want to change to the sum of sales based on sum of base based on constant, minimum, maximum, average. So if you want to change any aggregation or any measures, you can change it here. Okay. And here you have computation label, you can value custom, you can do a custom label or something like that. And tooltip, automatic tooltip means what, if you are just placing over the line, it will show something. Okay, it will show some information to you. That is what the tooltip. Okay, this is for formatting. And if you want to make it a line above or line fill below, if you want to create any line above or fill below, you can do it. For example, see, fill above. Okay, above this line it will be filled with black color. Okay, if you want to build below, that is filling below with some other color, you can fill below, but it will not look good, no, so that is why by default it will be none. Okay, if you want to make it as a band, that is the particular area will be banded, or distribution, if you want to show the distribution, or if you want to show it as a box plot, you can show it, or else simply click and okay. Okay, this is what, this is the reference line. Okay, references line, references band, and distribution line, that is what we have all we have already seen in the that particular window. Am I connected? I'm suddenly getting some doubt. Yes, 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 thank you. So the distribution band we see, no, like that is what. Okay, distribution band, box plot, band, line, everything is what this. Okay, let us see for totals and cluster. Okay, let us see a different visualization for total. So let us drag and drop measures, measures, any measure to the column, and let us drag and drop a measure, that is category to the rows, and subcategory to the rows, and sum of sales, that is a measures to the text. So here you can see that a table like structure you can see. Okay, you can see a table like structure. So how we can do is we can go to the analytics, and you can see only totals and clusters will be enabled. Okay, for this type of data you cannot see other thing like a constant or something else. Okay, you can see only the totals and the cluster. So let us go with the total. See, if I drag and drop, it will show the subtotal. Can you see where the subtotals are? See, this is the total for every category. Okay, total for central, east, south, and west. Okay, for furniture, what is the total? For office supply, what is the total? And for technology, what is the total? Okay, this is subtotal. Okay, so if you drag and drop the total for column grand total, you can see the complete total, that is the complete value for column. This is column wise grand total. Okay, column wise grand total. So if you use a row wise grand total, you can see for every row there will be a total. Yes, can you see here? Row wise total. If you want to use all these total, that is possible. Okay, if you want to add subtotal, column wise total, and row total, you can do it. Okay, so if you want to color it, the same thing, the sales, you can give the color. Okay, and if you want to change the color, you can go and edit and change the color, stepwise color, change anything to that, like okay, you can see the changes over here. Okay, this is for totals. If you want to use the total, it will be better that is, it will be better viewable only if you are using the table like structure. Okay, so it is very effective. If you are using this, it will show all the totals, all the type of totals here. Okay, let us see cluster. For that I'm going to use what okay, sales to the columns, and okay, profit ratio to the row. Okay, and we have product name. Okay, product name to detail. Okay, so here, see, you can see here that I have dragged and dropped measures to the column. Okay, and measures to the row, that is, this is the measure profit ratio to the row, and this is the calculated value. Okay, so profit ratio to the row, and the product name, that is to the detail. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go to the analytics. You can see cluster. Okay, just add the cluster, you can see how it is clustered. Okay, what is the cluster 1 and what is the cluster 2? So these are all clustered. These are all the same cluster which is named as the cluster 2, and these are all the cluster 1. Okay, so you can ask me based on what it is clustering. See, it is a default algorithm which is used based on the very nearest thing it is clustering, and the product name. Okay, product name, sales, because we have used various measures. Okay, based on that the algorithm will work and it will cluster accordingly. Okay, so here you can see the clusters by default it is where it is in the colors. Okay, I have used clusters, just I have dragged and dropped the clusters to the visualization. It by default it is creating the color. And if you want to format it, okay, click here format and you can just change it. Okay, and you can see the other options here in the analysis pane as well. So whatever we have discussed no in the analytics tab, like trend line, totals. Okay, even you have other types of total here. Okay, and if you want to find the other types of thing like a highlighters, filters, so this you might have used it already, but in the analytics you can see how these things, if you want to format some other measurements, you can do it. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Just if you have your Tableau, please look at this. 2 minutes, I'll just drink water. Thank you. So any doubt till this? Shall I proceed? Okay, so apart from this, okay, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so apart from this, we can also add some more some more predictions with the help of Python or R script. So I'm not going to go very deep into the Python or R script. Or we can also do the basic three types of regressions in what in your Tableau. Okay, the T type of regression we can do is what? Linear regression, regularized linear regression, and Gaussian process regression. So I'll just show you only one regression, that is linear regression, how to do that. Okay, that is also useful for you in the prediction things. Okay, so the linear regression we can also call it as a least square regression. Okay, that is a least square regression we can call, or it is also called as OLS. Okay, so where it is used, so it is used where we have at least one predictor in your data. Okay, if you have one predictor, so in if we have multiple predictors, okay, so in that case we have to use the linear relationship between the prediction and the target prediction. There is a normal prediction and the target prediction. For example, like temperature should not contain data in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, like that we have various types of analytics which can be done with that. So I'll be showing only this linear prediction for you, so that you will understand why, that is how you can also do this in your data. Okay, so what we can do is, in order to do the linear prediction, we have to create a calculated field first. Okay, you have to create a calculated field. So open the calculated field, and we can name it as a model, any name. Okay, linear regression or any name, you can just create it. So I'm just going to create it with a model. Okay, so I'm using model underscore quantile. Okay, you can see this is a function. Model quantile is a function which is used for that is to define your model. Okay, so once you have opened the model quantile, you have to tell what regression you are using. Okay, model okay, is equal to linear. And you can close with the double quotes. Model quantile is equal to linear. I'm just giving the name for the model quantile. And then you have to tell what is the normal. See, once I have typed the model quantile, you can see the syntax. Can you see here model quantile? You have to tell what is a quantile, what is the target expression, what is the predictor expression. Okay, this is the syntax which we have to follow. Comma, we have to give sum of sales. Okay, any measures. Okay, any measure for which we have to just we are planning to buy. We are planning to do this. Okay, so this is an expression. This is written as a value of the given expression. This is ATTR expression. Okay, so here you can see what is the purpose of this expression. Okay, if it is a single value for all rows in the groups, otherwise it displays an asterisk. Okay, it's like attribute expression date trunk. Okay, truncate, and inside that we have to give like month. So this is wherever I'm using the with the square bracket, right? So I'm using the sales inside the square bracket, which is what the attribute which is available in your data set. Okay, and whatever I'm using it outside that, first let me complete this. Yes, it's fine. Okay, see, model quantile is what the default expression you have. You can see what is model quantile. Okay, so you can use that is, if you want to use any model into it like a linear regression or regular linear regression, we have to use this model quantile. And you can tell the model what is, you can name the model. Okay, you can even use model is equal to LR. Okay, and then you have to give the predictor value like 0.5. Usually it will be a probability value. Okay, it is between 0 to 1. Okay, so we'll be giving 0.5, which is the average thing. And you can tell on what you are going to aggregate this, like sum of sales or sum of profit or aggregation. So you can tell what is that. And finally I'm just going to find it with the order date, like based on the month it will be segregating the month, and it will find the linear regression based on the order date. So once the calculation is valid, you can just, what you can do is you can click OK. Okay, so now we are going to use this in the model. Okay, so what we can do is we can use order date, because since we have used order date in our calculation, so I'm going to use this order date and drag it to the column. Okay, that is measures to the column. And we can use we can convert it into the month, because we have used it as a month. Okay, in the calculated field we have used it as a month. Okay, change it to month. And we have used sales in our measure, so you can drag and drop sales to the row shelf. Okay, we have created the calculated field called model, I think, right? Okay, so model. So what we can do is we can simply drag and drop the model to the rows. Okay, you can see how it looks. See, you can just make it as a dual axis, and you can synchronize this, which will show that this is what the linear regression, that is what is a model which is created, linear LR model created for this particular data. Okay, where you have created there, you have used a separate expression for that. Okay, okay, here if you want to do any other computation, if you want to do any calculation, so you can edit the calculation and do it. So these are all the basic calculation. Hope you would have known about this, like how to do the table calculations to it, like quantile predict medians or any other thing which if you want to do, you can do that as well. So likewise we have other two type of thing, that is regularized linear model and Gaussian process. Okay, so for regularized linear model you have to tell, so that is a regularized linear model, like that. So RL, you can use RL, or for Gaussian process you can use GP. Okay, this is the model. Hope see, most probably you will not be using this that I, because it involves some sort of another type of calculation. And even while discussion while discussing with your organizers, I came to know that you will not be using Python or R script inside the Tableau, so that I didn't tell you more about it. But I just wanted to tell you that there is also another possible where you can use the prediction through the in another types of model like linear regression or other regressions. Okay, that is what the idea which I just wanted to show you this. Okay, so the next is like we have discussed prediction modeling. Okay, conditional formatting. The thing is, like, conditional formatting we can do it very easily with Excel, but even in Tableau we can do it. Okay, but with some sort of calculations, either with some sort of calculations or by adjusting the colors. Okay, so here the same sample superstores I have taken. I have already did something. See here, what I have did is like the year, order, date. Okay, year I have dragged it to the column, and the rows, in the rows I have dragged the category. Okay, because since we have to show the KPI, so it should be what, it should be like a tabular column, table like structure, right? Then only we can show the KPI very effectively. So that is why I have used here like a table like structure. So if you want to show the table like structure, you have to use dimensions in both the columns and the rows, and the measures in the label. Okay, measures in the label and the size. Okay, this is one possibility. I'll be showing some different possibilities here. Okay, so this is one possibility. So here you can see, if you want to change the color, you can change it like this. Okay, step the color, click here, step the color, and you can change the color. If you want to change, even here you can change it to the red. Okay, and the basic, if you want to change, you can change to, yeah, it will be green. Okay, so from red to green, apply, you can see here. So if it is a minimum value, how the color will be, and if it is a maximum value, how the color is changing. Okay, it is simple without any calculated field. Okay, we haven't used any calculated field here. We have simply just dragged and dropped the essential categories to the rows and columns, sorry, dimensions to the rows and columns, and the measures to the color and the label. Okay, this will create what, this will create a simple table with some colors. Okay, this is one type of KPI, you can include it. So the next one, see, I'm just moving forward. Please, if you have any doubt, just stop and ask me, because we are running out of time. So because it's really 12:45, we have to complete it soon. So that is why I'm just moving fast. We have a few more topics to discuss. Okay. So here, what I have did is I have created a calculated field here. Okay. You can see that KPI is the calculated field. Okay, so in this calculated field, what I have did is, I'll edit and show you what I have did. Okay, okay, this is the KPI. See, what I have did is I have used some conditions. Okay, if sum of sales is greater than some specific value, then it will be like great. Okay, else if sum of sales is greater than this specific value, then it should be okay, else it is bad. Okay, so this is a simple condition, I have used it. If you want to segregate more, you can use else if, else if, else if further, and then use it. Got it? So since we said you know the basics of calculated field, so that is why I'm just little going fast. So this is the condition. And anyone having doubt in if condition? Not this. Anyone who doesn't know what is the basic of if condition, you can let me know. I'll tell you first. Please. Hello. Am I connected?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I hope you all know the basics of if, right? Okay, so if some condition, this is the complete condition. Okay, then what should happen? Else if some condition, what should happen? And else if else, what should happen? Okay, this is what the basic logic behind it. Okay, so click okay. So you might have created a KPI. Okay, this is the calculated field. Apart from that, other things are same. Okay, so what happens here, you have to drag and drop the dimensions to the column, the different dimensions to the row. Okay, which should appear in the row and which should appear in the column, you have to drag and drop it. Okay, and then measures to the label, and some measures to the size if you want to change the size of it. Okay, or else measure, instead of some measures to the color. Okay, in the previous one what we did is the same measure to the color we have did it, but here the calculated field which we have created, that is what the KPI calculated field that we have dropped in the color field. Okay, so based on the great, okay and bad. Okay, what based on this data, okay, based on this condition, great, okay and bad, it is segregating itself for the color. Okay, this is only, you can see three colors, right? This is orange, this is green, and this is pink. Okay, based on, see, if you just place your cursor on the pink, you can see it is bad, the KPI is bad. Okay, showing sales, minimum number of records, and if you just move to the green, it is showing okay. Okay, and if you are moving to the yellow, it is showing great, the KPI is great, good KPI, okay KPI, and bad KPI. So likewise, if you want to change the color, you can change it. If you don't like it, you can change it. If you want to improve, sorry, if you want to increase the size, okay, it's the complete size. Okay, if you want to increase the size of the text, fine. So what you can do is, you can right click here and go to the format. Here you can change the size. Okay, for everything. So if you want to format for everything, this is for default fields. So if you want to format for this, even here you can format it. Okay, you can see the difference. Even for this, if you want to format, go and click here format, and you can change the size over here if you feel like the size is not good. Okay, and then if you are feeling like it is not looking good, then go and click fit to the width, or go and click fit to the height, or go and click fit to the entire view. Okay, you can see some difference into it, or the standard view, it will be good. If you feel like it's good, then you can do. So other set of formatting, you can do it by right clicking here. Okay, right click here and you can go to the format, and you can do wonders over here. Okay, background color, that is a cell completely, it has to be like like you have to draw some lines over the cell. Okay, total cell, so everything, what are the other formats you, if you want to do, you can do it over here. So this is with the simple formula you can connect it. Okay, and the next one is what, see here, like this also you can create. Only thing is what, you have to create the what, a container, this we call it as a placeholders. Okay, placeholders. Okay, you can see that this is a container, it is named as a container. Can you see here, it is named as a container, which is a placeholder. Okay, there will not be nothing inside this container, will be either with the with the number 0. Okay, see here the container, this is what the calculated field. Here if you go and edit it, you can see only 0. Okay, 0 is not going to do anything for us, so you have to create the container. So I have just copied and pasted the two container for single row, sorry, single column. Okay, and I made it as a dual axis, it's already in the dual axis. Okay, another set of thing, another set. Okay, and another thing. See, I have given you very detailed descriptions over here. You can find it in the caption. You can find how to do this completely, because it's a big process. Okay, most probably we will not be doing like this. For this, we can either use Excel itself. Okay, because for better visualization only, we are coming to Tableau. Okay, but anyhow, if you want to know about these two, in the sense this will be very useful, that is why I have given a complete description. I have already shared this Tableau worksheet with you through the mail. Okay, you can check it. If you want it, you can let me know, I'll send it as well. Simple. So the thing is, like, you have to follow these instructions. You have to create a container, and you have to drag and drop the thing. Okay, and here we have I have created then another calculated field, which is sales above 5,000. Okay, if sum of sales is greater than 5,000, then it is yes, else it is no. That's it. Okay, I have dragged and dropped it to the color. Fine, it's very simple to do. Okay, you can see the complete set, but definitely, we will not be using this dashboard, this in the dashboard, because this is not a perfect visualization, this is simply a table. Okay, that is why I'm not going very deep into it. Few people may have some interest to know what, how to do this as well, so that is why I have given some instructions to do that. Okay, hope this will be useful for you. So you can see some more variations to this, how to do a simple changes to this. Okay, so if you see, you can definitely find how to do this. Okay, so this is regarding KPI. So how we can create this KPI in your Tableau. Okay, so next is adding any doubt till the KPI. Shall I proceed with the reset filter? Okay, so I'm just proceeding with the reset filter. Okay, for this, um, okay, let me create a simple visualization so that it will not mess out completely. 1 minute. Okay, so here I'm going to connect with the data sample superstore. So I'm going to create the very first sheet. Let us rename it as region wise profit. Okay, so what we can do is we can just drag and drop the profit to the columns. Okay, regions to the row. Where is location? Regions to the row. Okay, it's there. Okay, okay, regions to row, and we can just make it as a descending. Okay, and we will have order date in the filters. Okay, in the filter we will have the order date, we will have days in the filter, and we will have all. Click OK, and let us change it to this day. Okay, see, you can see the difference, right? This is only day, it will show only 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But in this day it will show which month, which day, and which year. Okay, so we will change it like this, and we will have it like range of dates. I hope you all know the filters concept because that is a basic of Tableau. So I'm just proceeding as such. If you don't know what is filter, you can let me know. Okay, I'm simply proceeding. If you don't know, please stop and let me know. I'm simply clicking OK. So you can see that the filter is created here. Okay, so I'm going to create another workbook with state. That is simply a, what to say, a map. Okay, so a map is created with the state. If you want to just do some more add some values into it, you can do it. Add the values to the tables and add the regions to the color. Okay, anything else, if you want to just do it, you can just make some change over this. So this I'm just renaming it as maps. Okay, so it's a map, I'm sorry. Okay, we can rename it as like this. And now let us create a dashboard. Okay, for the reset button we have to create here. Okay, this is the important point, we have to create another workbook. Okay, so here we are going to create the reset button. Okay, so it will be like a simple text. For that, what we have to do is we have to create a calculated field here. Okay, create a calculated field, make it as a reset, let it be, and you have to give something inside the string. Okay, it should be a string. Okay, because we are not doing any calculations over here, it is simply a string. Give something inside the single quotations, click OK. Okay, you will find the reset button here. So drag and drop it in the text, you can see the reset here. Okay, now I'm just going to format it because it should look some more bigger. So I'm changing the size of the reset button. Okay, since it is not looking complete, I'm just changing it to reset to width. If you want to change the background, you can do it. If you want to change the color of it, you can do it. I'm just simply leaving this as such. Okay, so this is the reset button. Okay, so I'm going to name it as a reset button. Okay, reset. So this is the reset worksheet. So you have to create this reset. Now let us go to the dashboard. Okay, let us just drag and drop the region wise profit to the dashboard and map to the dashboard. Okay, here I'm going to make this as a filter. Okay, so use this as a filter. Okay, and here you want to see the filter. Okay, you want to see the filters here like a day of order date, so you can enable this. Now we will click and drag the reset button to the, oh, twice it comes. Okay, so here you can change, you can hide the name, that is hide the reset heading. Okay, title, hide the title, you can see only the reset. Okay, now what we have to go do is we are going to click on the reset, go to the dashboard menu and click on actions. Okay, so you have to, this is the basic filter which we have created. Okay, that is what the region wise filter. So double click on this region wise filter. Okay, understand what we are doing. Double click on this region wise filter. In the leave everything as such. Okay, in the target sheet, okay, here this is the source sheet, this is the target sheet. Here you have to uncheck the reset button sheet. Okay, because if we click the reset button, other thing should be the target one. Okay, so you should uncheck the reset button and then simply click OK. Okay, and then go to the add action, click on the filter. Okay, it will show another filter. Okay, so in the source worksheet, keep only the reset button. Okay, because we are adding some actions to it. Okay, in the source worksheet, what we have to do, we have to keep only the reset button. Okay, and here click the select menu, because if you click the reset button, reset label, everything has to be resetted. Okay, so click the select. Okay, and now you can keep the target, that is you can keep everything in the target worksheet as such, and you have to change this show all values. Okay, if it is already there in the show all values, then fine. If it is not in the show all values, then you have to change it to the show all values. Okay, and then you have to select the field. Okay, so here we have to select the field because we have used the region, right? We have used the region button, and we have also region is also country, will also country and region. And all, another thing which we have added is what, order date. Okay, order date day. Okay, order date. Okay, this one minute drag, this is the order date. Okay, that is day order date, that is May 8 2015. I have shown that you have to change this properly there while creating the workbook. Okay, order date, and this should be like this. Sorry, day here, May 8 2015. Okay, May 8 2015. Click here and click OK. Don't worry about this warning, this will not do anything with our thing. So click OK and then click OK. Okay, now I'm going to change it. I have clicked west. Okay, I have clicked west, and I am adjusting some value here, that is based on the that is, I'm filtering this on the date. So if I click the reset button, you can see that everything is getting resetted. Okay, I'm selecting south. Okay, I'm adjusting the date here. Fine, if I click the reset button, you can see that it's getting reset to the original thing. Any doubt till this? Do you want to repeat anything now? See, no one hack here properly. Like, you have to create a separate worksheet with the reset button, and that can be created with a calculated field. Okay, that what string you have given inside will be reflected here. Okay, that is one. Then what are all the data which you have used for your visualization? So here I have used region. Okay, and here I have used order date. Fine, and here I have used a map with the sales. But map and that things, if it has to be reflected, then you have to change that in the filters. Okay, so here in the dashboard, I have you have to click the reset button and then go to the dashboard, and then you have to click on the actions button. Okay, so here initially you will be having only a single filter which we have created for this. Okay, we have selected this as a initial general filter. Okay, that will be there. You have to change that because you have to change the target value for that. Okay, so you have to go there, you have to select the filter. Okay, and if you edit, you can see that the target value should be removed, that is the reset button is shown, is not the targeted value. The target value should not be the reset button because it should not be reflected. Okay, first you have to change this, and then you have to create an another filter. You are creating an another filter. Okay, in that you are setting the filtering for what, for the reset button. Okay, for in the left side you can see the object. Okay, See this ask data, you I think in the requirement they have given ask data, but that is possible only if it is connected with the server. Okay, for that I'll be sending the manual how you can create the what is, see, even for asking the data you have to give, you have to tell what type of data you have, and that should be connected with the server. Okay, that complete procedure I'll be mailing you, because as I told, I'm using a standalone Tableau, okay, without any company server, so I couldn't show it to you. So this as data I'll be sending. This extension, we can do it if you simply drag and drop the extension. Okay, if you want any other extra add-ins, like extra thing, if you want to do it, okay, for example, if you want to automatically forward the user's browsers to the next configured dashboard, so you can use next dashboard. Okay, so you have some various options here. The left side you can see the category. If you want to view the filters, okay, you have default filters, date filters and all. If you want any other filter, you can simply select it and click add to dashboard. Okay, this is the date filter. Okay, so that will be added to the dashboard and you can use it. Okay, this is not by default, it is not available, but you can use it if you want. Okay, so this is what the basic configuration, that is date range picker. So if you want it, you can use it like this. So you can set the background color, and whatever you want to change you can do it. As of now, what I'm doing is I'm just closing this, and I'm going to make this as a big. Okay, so let us, okay, you can see here the date and range picker. So here you can select from Feb 2019, Friday to this. Okay, so you can use this filter, you can make this as a filter. Okay, so you can use this in your data. So based on this, if you want to make the changes, then we have to unselect it and we have to make it as a filters. Okay, like this you can you have various extensions here. Fine, if you click and drag the extensions over here, you can find it, find various options. Most probably, you know, we will not be using filters because that we'll be doing in our normal worksheet itself. Okay, that is a sheet itself. So we'll be using it when we are going to create a natural language generation. Okay, like as you said, you have asked for the as data. Okay, and if you want to customize any visualization on the dashboard, then you'll be using it. Okay, so here you can see the various options over. So simply if you click no, it will be added to your click and tell to add to dashboard. Okay, and even there they'll be giving you how to use it. Okay, so what type of data you should have and how you have to use it, so everything will be there. If you just click here and if you type as like a 50 percentage or something, it is showing you the out. Okay, this is like adding some extensions to your data, and there you have some conditions as well, like what type of data it should be and how you have to connect with it, like what if. Okay, so few things, no, a few things you have to connect with the server, and few extensions you can directly use it. And also you have to check whether it is working well with the version which you are using. Okay, your version should be above 2019, that is 2019, and the point 4, the version number of that year. So make sure that you can use it. And I hope you know other objects in the dashboard. Anyone doesn't know like what are the other options which you can use with the dashboard? Downloading, navigation. Okay, so other than that, from the dashboard, I'm just telling you, I don't know whether you know already or not, but of in dashboard, what are the things if you want to export something as a Excel file or any tablet, like any file, table file or something, you can simply click here and see, right click, and you can see the option like export. 1 minute. Mm, okay, right click, you can see the option called export. Okay, in the dashboard tab you can see, right click and click export. It will show you various options. Okay, this is like exporting to twx and twb, one thing. Okay, now we can also see, 1 minute, I couldn't see the menu bar. Okay, so here you can see Tableau copy image, or if you want to save it as a cross tab, that is also possible. 1 minute. This is like sharing the workbook with your colleagues. Okay, so I just saw the option. Mm, okay, I'm sorry, 1 minute. I just saw the option, but now it is not coming out. 1 minute. Okay, let me check one. Before that, I just want to show you like how to export it to the server. Okay, and how to schedule it. Okay, click on the server and publish workbook. So you have to publish it, publish the workbook. Okay, so you have to give any name to the project, that is, this is a folder where it will be, and then you have to give default, okay, like any name. So in your project, if you are doing a project, they'll be assigning some folder to you. You can select that folder. Here I'm just simply clicking default. Okay, and you can name the book, you can give any name to that. And if you want to describe that, if because if you are sharing with your friends, if you want to describe that, that also you can write it here. Okay, then if you want to add some tags to it, okay, any other tag like region wise or map or filter or reset, any tag if you want to add, you can add it. Okay, so after doing all these things, you have to click publish. So it'll be published. 1 minute, it let it publish. It will, once it is published, it will automatically go to the link, okay, that is your browser. So it will connect with the browser. This is my Tableau online. Okay, this is not connecting with any server, this is the Tableau online, so it is connecting with that. Okay, here you can see that it is published. Okay, so it is publishing like this. Okay, it is in the default. So you can see here book 4, which is published. Okay, because we have three different workbooks, so you can see the three different workbook, and finally the dashboard. Okay, so like this, you can publish this even for scheduling, so you need to connect with the servers. Okay, so for this you can see here, so this is already scheduled one. Okay, so I couldn't schedule anything here. This is the Tableau online, this is not server. This online is available for everyone who have purchased the Tableau. Okay, you can see here, these are the collections. Okay, okay, so if you want to schedule something, you can come here. You can see what are the schedules which are already done. Okay, like it's there for everything. And okay, so this is how you can do this, you can publish it. Okay, the schedules also can be done only if you publish the data, publish the Tableau. Okay, so this you can actually, if you right click, we have the option called copy, but can anyone see copy option here? Because we can copy that as, yeah, so click on anything, okay, any visualization, you can see the copy option. So you can make it as a cross tab, you can copy it as a cross tab, or you can copy the data, or you can copy the image. Okay, it will ask you like what are the legends, if it has to show like a title, view, or caption. Okay, so whatever you want, you can simply select and click copy. It will be copied as an image where you can go and paste it, okay, in the paint or in your ppt or anywhere. Okay, I'm just going to copy it here. You can see that this is the thing which we have copied. Okay, so see, it is also showing some label, sum of profit for each region. The date is filtered on order date day, which keeps all value. This, I haven't written anything anywhere here, but it is showing this. Okay, so if you want a complete thing, you can click here and click copy as a cross tab. If you want to copy this as a cross tab, that will be copied. If you want to view this as a cross tab, then we have to open the word to see that. Okay, so how it is copied as a cross tab. So here you can paste it. You can see this is a cross tab. Okay. So this is possible, like various format of copying this. Okay, as a data, if you want to copy the original data, you can see view it. And if you want to export it as a powerpoint, okay, see, you have option, like if you want to export it as a powerpoint, print, give, export it as a powerpoint. If you want to export only this view, you can click this view. Or if you want to export a specific sheets of this dashboard, you give which sheet you want to export. Okay, or if you want to specific sheet from the workbook, you can give. Okay, whatever the thing, you can select your option and click export. It will ask for where you have to store it. Okay, so I'm just storing it at the dashboard final. Okay, storing it as a dashboard final, so it will be stored there. So simply you can go and you can see, mm, okay, here you can see dashboard final. Okay, where all the data, this is book 4, this is your first that is first worksheet, this is the second one. Okay, even here you can see map based on longitude and latitude, color shows details about region, the marks are labeled by sum of sales, details are shown for state. Okay, and the reset button. Okay, you can ask why there is no dashboard in the ppt, because the dashboard is what the individual thing dashboard which we are already showing to them. Okay, the thing is like if you want to see the individual visualization, you can see it here. Okay, so this is what your how you can make this as a ppt. Okay, if you want to make it as a packaged workbook, that is also fine. If you want to make it as a ppt, that is also possible here. Okay, so other than that, I hope you know like how to present it and how to share it with others. Okay, so any doubt till this, let me check, like adding filters in the dashboard. Okay, Tableau server, that is what the complete Tableau server is, what it is. I couldn't show it personally because it is connected with a company. Okay, like a company connection we need. And even um, for that, even if we are connected with the company, we cannot access the data, right? So that is why I'll be giving, this is the link which is provided by Tableau itself. If you just go and see, they have given a um, detailed instructions on how to do it. Okay, even I can tell you, like if you want more, and even after seeing that, if you couldn't understand, you can mail me. I think I have mailed you already, you know my mail id. Okay, even if you want to do the scheduled data refresh, you have to connect with the server, because they have to give the permission, the server, from the server the admin has to give the permission, like what data you are accessing, and what is the permission level you have. Okay, for this I have created the manual, I'll be sharing this manual with you. Okay, don't worry about it. And methods of embedding security, even the security can be embedded with the server, Tableau server. So these are all things you have to do it only with the server. This is possible only with the server. But definitely these manual will help you because it is very easy to follow. Okay, by seeing that itself I can assume what might happen. Okay, so I hope you can do it better. So